Let me go back to this A again, because I think I lost it by talking too much. D. If I want that A to be like a major 9, and if I start on the tune, if I play a tune that starts on a major 9, like The Girl from Ipanema, now I'm going to be in a different key. I'm going to be in the key of G major. When I go, so think that melody. So that really puts me in. So you can manipulate keys, and you can actually hear the key. If you think of the tune, if you want it to be a major 7th, think of a tune that starts in the major 7th, on a major 7th. There's another important mental ear development that I think is very useful for jazz players, and that is to recognize a melodic note in a certain context. In other words, if I'm playing C sharp minor, or if I'm hearing a C sharp minor, I should be able to hear some notes, not just the notes in the chord, but if somebody's playing, let's say, if a sax player is playing this note, I should immediately know that that's the minor major 7th sound. That's the major 7th of that. So those notes that are not in the chord is very important to start recognizing. So the way you could practice that with your instrument, not having another one test you, is you can just form random relationships. Like if I go G minor now, I go, that's the 9th, but if I want to hear that minor major 7th, so pick a note, or just sing a note that you hear, and then see if you can recognize what it is. In other words, if I play a B minor, let's see, always change the key. So if I hear something like, okay, now that's try to do stuff like that. Like if I have F sharp minor, I love that sound of the 11th. I wrote some tunes using. I just love that relationship, about the 11th in a minor chord. So the 3 basic chords, as I spoke earlier, to use this stuff in a practical sense would be just minor chords, and use triads. Don't use like minor 7ths, because you're already eliminating the minor major. Or the major chord. Just take a major, a triad. There's the 7th. To try to hear it in your head. Now I didn't do that right there because I just went for it. My voice wasn't there. But if you take a second to try to hear it in your head, like if I hear this and I want to hear D, I know that's the 6th D. Like once you get the first note, you can always relatively move things around, and that's cool too, to be able to do that. But just to be able to recognize certain sounds, if somebody's playing a 6th or a 13th in a major minor chord or a dominant chord, flat 5s, dominant flat 5, like if I have this A 7th, now that's a 3rd, but if I hear, it's a, so trying to develop the melodic relationship to chords that you hear, or so if you're playing in a band, if you're playing and somebody's taking a solo, it's good to know what not that you would copy them, but just good to know what they're hearing, because it's always you're always learning when you do that. When you can recognize the intervallic relationships in a context that somebody else is using those notes, and you like them, it's a learning experience as well. Now, you wouldn't copy the solo, there's only 12 notes in music. It's not like you're going to copy the solo, but but it's showing you some things that you might like that you maybe wouldn't have thought of to play yourselves.